Imagine you alone against a 6-ton mammoth. You only have a spear. 40,000 years ago, people did this constantly. Mammoths were kings of the Ice Age. They weighed 6 tons. That's like 3 elephants combined. As tall as a 3-story building. With tusks as long as a human body, curved like sickles. And ancient hunters pursued them regularly. How was this possible? It wasn't about strength, it was about strategy. First rule of the hunt, never alone. Ancient people hunted in groups of 15 to 30 hunters. Each knew their role, like wolves in a pack. One drove the prey, another waited in ambush, a third supported. They communicated with gestures and sounds. This coordination was flawless. The mammoth had no chance against an organized group. Second, traps. This was the main weapon. Hunters dug pits 4 to 5 meters deep in the ground and camouflaged them with branches and leaves. Then the entire group began driving the mammoth in the right direction. When the animal fell into the pit, it couldn't escape. Its legs were too short. Its tusks prevented movement. The mammoth was trapped. Sometimes hunters dug entire systems of pits for different hunting scenarios. Third, spears, not simple sticks. Hunters made spears from flint, bone, and wood. The tip was sharp as a razor, capable of piercing even a mammoth's thick skin. They threw them at vital organs, the throat, belly, spaces between ribs where blood vessels were close to the surface. One lucky hit caused internal bleeding. A wounded mammoth weakened before their eyes. Fourth, endurance and pursuit. The mammoth was stronger, but humans were more enduring. Hunters pursued the wounded animal for hours, sometimes even days. They didn't let it rest, didn't let it stop. Blood drained slowly. The mammoth grew tired, its breathing became heavy, and eventually it fell, unable to run further. And fifth, most important, fire. Fire was their true superweapon. Fire gave them light in caves and shelters where they prepared for the hunt. Fire allowed them to see animal tracks from far away in the night. Fire warmed them in the Ice Age when temperatures dropped to minus 40 degrees. Without fire, they wouldn't have survived in this harsh world. Why did they hunt such huge and dangerous animals? One hunt meant 6 months of food for a family of 10 to 15 people. Meat provided proteins and fats. Fat was used for light. They made torches and lamps. Bones became tools, weapons, and even materials for building shelters. Tusks were used for ornaments and trade with neighboring tribes. Hide was used for clothing and tents. Nothing went to waste. Every part of the animal was valuable. This wasn't just hunting for food. This was hunting for the survival of the entire tribe. This was war between humans and nature, and ancient people won this war every single day. We, modern humans, have forgotten how to survive. We hide behind technology and comfort. But in the DNA of each of us lives the memory of ancestors who looked the kings of the Ice Age in the eye and won. We are descendants of hunters who hunted megafauna not for sport, but out of necessity. They were stronger than us, not in body, but in mind and will. We should never forget this legacy.